Today on Can Haz Armory, how to fix a Favero power cable that has an XLR connector, one of these buggers. It can be done, you gotta know how to do it. Stand by. Okay, so Favero's, the ARM 1 and the ARM 5 primarily, use an XLR plug for the power, which is this one right here. This is the part that goes on the cord that plugs in the machine. So it's got 3 ports on it. It's got a solder connection, and every so often they break. So here's a picture of one where we had an issue. You can see how this plug's not going to work because you have the lines of power, the null line and the main line, that are wrapped together, and they're kind of shorting, so it stopped working, so we resoldered this. So I'm going to actually replace that entire plug head because of another issue. So here's the actual plug involved. The issue is this bead right here. This bead's purpose is to mitigate the leakage, if you will, of radio frequency energy, RF energy, as it's powering the machine. You see these on like laptop power cords or those kind of power cords. For a fencing tournament, this is required at like FIE level tournaments or whatever. It's not really domestically. The machines are safe enough; they're not going to interfere with each other. And I've seen plenty of machines out there in regionals that don't have this. It just goes from the wall outlet straight to the XLR. So I'm going to cut this back about here and put the new one on. Unless this is in good shape. I haven't looked inside of this yet. Depends if I can get the guts out. So let's do that right now. Okay, so let's take this apart. So I'm going to unscrew this part. And there's the inside, but the problem is I can't get it past the bead, so I'm going to have to cut this off so I can take it off. The beads off, pull that back. Now I can get to it and I can see where the connection is. They have 2 solder connections. There's 1, 2, and a third one down here. We're going to ignore the one at the bottom here. Just these 2 here. And the problem with this is I don't know which wire is which. This really got shorted. Wow, that's nasty. I have to see which wire goes to where, and then I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna use this cable again or use this new plug. So stand by a bit. Okay, so took it apart, and here's what I see. We have 2 different wires. We have this exposed wire here. It was wrapped around the white one, so now you just know where they go. In fact, I'm gonna use the model and put the new one on. So here's the new plug. First thing to do is take this off, unscrews off. That piece there's a little inner piece that is the guide, comes out. Then we have to get this part out so I can reach those pins. How we do that? Well, we push down right here to free it, and then I'm going to push out the screwdriver. So push that little latch down, push out, there it goes. Here's the whole assembly. Now let's compare these two. Let's see. Okay, so we have a bottom lug there. Now we're matching. So now we're matching. I'm going to have the white one on my left and the unshielded one on my right. There are holes on it. I've already stripped the wire. So let's take the, from again, it's the white on the left, unshielded on the right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is put this on before I forget that. So put the back end on. And then put a little fit piece on there. That'll stay out of the way for the time being. Now let's get to this part here. So here's the problem I'm running into, is that, let's see, confirm again, yeah, okay. Boom. Okay. The problem I'm running into is that this wire may not fit through the holes. Yeah, it's too much, so I'm going to have to lay a solder pad in there and open holes. So vise in here. Very gently hold that in place. Here's the vise. I guess you can see it. Stand by. Okay. Okay, so there we are. So I'm putting solder on this tab here. The center tab is on top of the, you have 1, 2, 3 that sits on top. That one there. Let's put some flux on that real quick. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. You can see, yes, you can see it. I'm just gonna fill it up with solder. Same thing on the other side. Bit of flux in there. Gas filled up. I'm going to move this to the side here because I have to tin the wires now. So here are the wires right there. I'm going to tin them first. So I got to put them in this little flux here. Make sure they're ready to go. The wires are straight. Okay, let's so you can see it. Tin them bad boys. Just tin the ends. Okay, they're tinned. Oh, too close to the solder there. And that will hopefully make it easy to reconnect. So let's put the, okay, again, this is the orientation, and the white one goes there because that what matches the original one. Rigid, holding in place so I can get to it. Alrighty, put the going in place. melting, I think. Until it solidifies. Okay. Go to the right one, where the black one is. Being very careful, make sure I don't short across here. In fact, I think I'm gonna put some tape across that to minimize that shorting afterwards. Get it both on. Put a little bit of tape across that to insulate it, since it did not come with a outer sheath, which is kind of weird. I think almost in a second here. Okay, a little bit of gaff tape. Good enough for the top. Get in there. There it goes. What I want to do is I want to make sure this is simply insulated from the rest of there, so I have a turner. Okay, there it is there. Let's put it back together. And we'll try it out. So now I've got this, and this little tab right here, okay, has to line up with the retaining clip. So it's, when that way it's in line. There it goes, heavy facing down, so it goes in, all the way up. Put a little guide at the end here. Goes in like so. Put the back end on. And now it's in place. Now let's see if it actually works. Okay, so I have the power cord plugged in. See by the light there. And we have the XLR. Here's the outlets. Plug that sucker back in. Let's see what happens here. It's in. Didn't blow up on me. Let's see if we got power. We do. And the turn on and off. And we have power. There it is. I'll cycle through all the lights. There's it's on Epi right now. Now it's on Saber. Back to foil. Back to Epi. And there we are. And that is how you reconnect an XLR plug for a Favero machine. Happy armoring!